Hey G Squad, welcome back to sort of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we got this cool under here, and pretty much what these are is a charging station. You can see right here we do have two of them from the same exact brand, which is from a brand called Anker. And if you can see the way how they designed both of these, it looks very similar in terms of what you guys do get. Both of them they do provide guys 2 AC option, 2 USB-C option, and 2 USB option. And for both of them it does provide you guys the same technology in here in terms of the GaN Prime technology, the Power IQ technology, Active Shield technology, and also provides a fast charging speed when you guys use both of them. But the thing about this one is the fact they provide you guys a max of 100 watts for the USB-C option when you guys use it. Where for this one, when you guys use it, it does provide you guys a maximum of 140. So there's definitely a lot more power on this one when you guys use it. And the other thing about this one is the fact that it does give you guys a display screen to show you guys how much power it does provide when you guys use it. Where for this one right here, it does not. And also in terms of what you guys do get for both of them, it's pretty much the same thing. You do get the product and the cable that's separate. So I'm going to show you guys what both of them looks like. So right here we do have the new one, and right here we do have the old one that we're using. Like I mentioned, for both of them, it does give you guys a cable that's separate for you guys to plug it in. This one I already have it plugged in, but you do have the option to unplug it, should you guys need to. So that way it makes the product a lot more compact and portable to use when you guys do travel. But once you guys are ready to use it, plug it back in. Very easy and very simple as you see. But here's what it looks like in the front for both of them. So we do have the AC option for both of them. Front part right here, we do have the Anker brand name. Same for this one, but we do have the display. So there's 3 different displays on here for you guys to use. This is number 1. If you guys do press the button on the side, this is number 2 and number 3. So it does show you guys the max power on here when you guys use it for this one. And for this one, show you guys the total watts of everything for all 4 outlets when you guys do plug it in the bottom. And then for this one here, it shows you guys the total voltage for each one of the outlets on the bottom. So they do provide you guys 2 USB and 2 USB-C. Same for this one as well. When you guys do look at the side, it looks pretty much the same. We do have the button for both of them. And it does tell you guys how it is the GaN Prime technology. And the size of both of them is pretty much about the same. Even though this one right here provides guys a little bit more power in terms of 140 watts, it's about the same size. And the reason why it's so slim is because the design or the material that's inside, in terms of technology, since it does use the GaN Prime technology, it allows it to be much smaller. And if you guys do look at the back, right here in the back, they do have the non-slip material to prevent it from moving around when you guys do use it. And also in the back right here for both of them, they do provide the specs and feature that's on here. So like I mentioned, this one's 140 watts and this one's 100 watts max for the USB-C option. And if you guys are curious about what the button is on here for, it pretty much turns this light in the middle on or off. So for this one, it's not as convenient compared to the new one that just came out, because when you guys do turn the light, it's not that bright or anything. Let me unplug it here and show you guys what I mean when we do plug it in, because I believe they do use the same cable. So if I try to plug it in, you can see how the light does turn on. So that's the light that I'm referring to. If you guys do press the button, it turns off. Press it again, it turns on. So there's no real purpose for that light on here when you guys do use it, other than showing you guys that it does turn on or when it does work. But that's pretty much what it actually looks like for both of them. One right now is to test it out and show you guys how it does work. We'll show you guys this one here first because it doesn't have a display screen to show you guys how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. So I have to use my own little tester right here to check how much power it does provide. So I do plug it in. The other side right here, I want to plug in my USB-C cable that's plugged onto my laptop, which is MacBook Pro 16-inch, which is right here. So we do have it connected. So I do plug in cable right here. Once you guys plug it in, you can see how it starts charging and see how the numbers start to go up. And right here, it does change the light to let you guys know that's charging. But when you guys do look at the power that's on here, it does provide you guys a lot of power. Currently it's providing you guys 88 watts, so very close to what you guys do get for the 100 watts of power when you guys do use it, but not close enough. And the reason why is because the built-in safety feature on here. And even if you guys try to unplug it and try the other one, it still works, but the power that's on here when you guys do use it is about the same. You can see how the number is still going up, but it's maintaining around 88.6 watts when you guys do use it. So it does get very close to that 100 watts when it does use it, but not close enough. What I'm doing right now is to plug in another cable on the side, which is a USB option, and see how that does work when you guys do plug in more than one device at a time. So right here, I do have my USB cable plugged onto my iPhone. You can see right here. So I do plug it in. Once you guys do plug it in, you can see how the number starts to reset. You can see right there, it reset the power on here. And you see how when the number goes up, it doesn't go as high this time. So when it spreads out the power on here, it doesn't provide guys as much power, but it's still a lot. But I wouldn't say it's enough to charge my MacBook Pro. Let me try to unplug it and plug in top part and see what happens, if there's a difference. Alright, so I can see how the number went higher. Earlier it was around like 20 something and now it's 40 something. So definitely spreads out the power on here and it does provide you guys a lot of power but not as much compared to earlier that's 88 watts. So the product definitely does work when you guys do use it. And if you guys want to use right here, it's actually pretty cool. If you see how the actual plug is inside, but they do have this technology on here that when you guys do plug it in, it pops out. Just like that. And when you guys do look at right here, it does show you guys the charging. And when you guys are charging here, it doesn't affect the bottom part. The bottom part right here is still charging the same speed that with or without the top part. And when you guys do unplug it, you can see how it pop back in. Let me do it one more time. Pop out, pop in. It's a very cool design, let me see. So that is pretty much how this product works. One right now is to unplug it and try this one here to show you the difference of the new one versus the old one in terms of how much power it does provide and how well it does work. So I'm gonna unplug everything here. And even this cable, we're gonna plug it into a new one. So I'll put this on one side for now. And I'll plug it here. And it does turn on. So just to prove you guys that it does work, I'm gonna use this same tester on top of the display on here already. Just to show you that nothing changed on here when you guys do use it. So I do plug it in. You can see how the number's going up. And right here, the number's going up as well. So both of them does show you guys how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. I believe for this signal right here or this logo, it shows you guys it power on the fast charging speed on here to provide you guys even more power when you guys use it. You can see right now it's at 128 watts. So it provides you guys way more power than the other one because the other one only provides you guys 88 watts. And this one's maintained around 128 and 129. And sometimes it goes to 130. So immediately you can see how that provides a lot of power on here. And even on here for this tester, you can see how it shows you guys it's providing you guys a lot of power as well. Right now showing 129, 128 and maintain around that level when you guys do use it. But what I'll do right now is to plug in another cable to show you guys what happens. Similar to what we did earlier. This time we're gonna plug it into my iPhone and we're gonna plug it in the bottom here. So once you guys do plug it in, it should reset. And see how the number is still going up. So even when you guys do plug in more than one device at the same time, the power on here is still more than the other one. Like right now it's providing 111 watts and it shows you guys how much power it does provide you guys here as well. And like I mentioned, the cool thing about this one is the fact that if you guys press it, it shows you guys how much power it does provide on here for each one outlet when you guys do plug in. So currently this one providing 101 watts and sometimes keep going up and down. With the iPhone one providing you guys around 8 watts, you can see right there. So immediately when you guys plug in this one, you can see there's a huge difference in terms of the power it does provide. Even when you guys use one or more than one outlet at the same time. This one is 111 compared to earlier when you guys plug in two devices at the same time. It only provides you guys 42 watts. So for this new product right here, it definitely provides a lot more power. And just like the other one, if you guys do plug in the AC option here, it should pop out. Just like that. And we see right here is charging. So it definitely does work. And when you guys do look right here, nothing's affected, just like the other one as well. So you can see for this product, it definitely works a lot better in terms of what you guys do get compared to the older version. And on top of that, it does give you guys the display screen to show you guys how much power it does provide. Even if you guys use the tester, it shows you guys the same amount, you can see. But that is pretty much everything that's on the product. Now that we show you guys how both of them does work and what you guys do get out of both of them, now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not, and which one the better option to go for. So you can see from this quick little test when you guys do test out both of them, it's an easy choice to see which one the better option to go for. Both of them are pretty worth it for what you guys do get comparing to many other charging stations out there in the market today. But you can see how when we do test out both of them, this one's obviously the better option to go for because when you guys plug in one USB-C option on here, it provides you guys 88 watts and nothing higher than that. But even right now, when you guys look at this one right here, where you guys plug in two devices at the same time, it's still providing you guys 111 watts. So it's way more than what you guys do get for the other one. So this one's the obvious choice to go for if you guys want the better option. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or haven't one of these, obviously don't buy one and save your money on something else that you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys, so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.